Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today, let's talk Negan has shaved. This might just be an interesting discussion. At first, I didn't think this was something to dedicate a whole video towards, but now that I'm seeing how it's pretty much blowing up, what are we talking about? Last night, an image hit the internet with a clean-shaven Negan, a fan, we're guessing, and then Daryl Dixon, which is played by Norman Reedus, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays Negan. Now, as you guys know, I made kind of a joke on this channel ever since last season about Negan having a beard because in the comic he didn't have a beard. And I wasn't going to talk about this until we did the Q&A in a day or two. However, the responses I'm getting for people who were like, we're not talking right and wrong here, we're just talking about opinions. But the opinions I'm hearing about how people love the beard, and that's fine if you do, but their reasoning for it just clashed, in my opinion, with Negan and his personality and who he is. Like, for example, someone tweeted me, and this is the one tweet that stuck out the most, where someone said, Negan shaved, this sucks. Who, and I'm paraphrasing here, but who shaves during an apocalypse? Negan does. That's why it was so great. That's why I didn't want the fucking beard. Because Negan would shave. He extorts people, he kicks some ass, he pampers himself, shaves, and then he lays down with his wives. Like, Negan shaves. That's what's so great about it. And it fit perfect when I see these comments where it's like, well, it made him look rugged, like a biker gang. And every time my eyes are twitching because it's like, it just conflicted a little bit with the comic Negan. And when you see how he lives in his lifestyle. And part of me is hoping that he turns this around, or the writers have him turn this around, like dealing with Rick and his group is the reason why he hasn't shaved in a little bit, because he's organizing this, he's hunting them down, he's trying to figure out where they're at, he's planning shit. So he didn't have time because there was Rick and his gang and maybe another group that just was not cooperating, the people at the library. So Negan was busy and he didn't have time to shave. I'm really hoping they're going to go down that route because it looks like they are on episode 8. Now here's the thing, I do not follow filming spoilers or any information at all whatsoever except for what we know officially. For example, Jeffrey Dean Morgan did a photo shoot just a week ago, and he said they were on episode 7. Now, I think that photo shoot was a few days old from when we seen it, so I'm assuming they are either in the middle of episode 8 or close to ending, or might have already ended episode 8. And I don't believe they are going to have him shave and then grow it back, because he didn't shave during the long break, so I don't think he's going to shave during the short break, you know what I mean? Anyhow, a lot of fans are asking my opinions, and it's like, you can't win with this guy, you know what I mean? Like, people talking about me, because in my opinion, it's cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see, an authentic looking from comic to screen Negan without the damn beard. I can't wait. I'm very excited to see him. I'm like, it's almost like a refreshing excitement where we got the Negan with the beard. Okay, I cannot wait for the promo or a clip or a teaser with Negan without the beard dressed up as Negan. It's like refreshing my excitement for Negan all over again without the beard, just for that comic book accuracy, And for the people who are like, it doesn't have to be just like the comic book, quit being a comic purist and shit like this. Listen, to a certain extent, you're wrong. You're flat wrong. Because if the comic book didn't matter, then why didn't they make a totally different show? You know what I'm saying? Why wasn't Rick Grimes a nurse or a gardener? If the comic book didn't matter, why was he in a coma and not in a coma? Why wasn't he on his couch watching TV with his wife when the world went to shit? You see what I'm saying? There's certain elements in the comic that matter, and bringing them to life on screen accurately or remixed, it's an individual basis. There's not one formula that fits for everything. You play with what you can play with, and the rest you really got to bring to life. Because look at, Negan's a brand. He's a brand with his Bat Lucille. You can't change that because it's a validified brand. Negan sells. They're not going to change that. Jesus is a brand himself as a character. He's building a big fan base. Why would you bring Jesus to the screen and change everything about him? Change how he looks? Because then you have to work all over with building that fan base. It's so much easier for comic book fans of Negan to immediately love and accept Negan as a brand and buy into that brand if it looks identical or close enough to it. And that's what you have to do. And that plays a huge part, not with every character, but again, with certain fan favorite characters. It's why Ezekiel looks like a spitting image of his comic character, but younger. They knew how to remix it based off the actor they felt was right. He was a little younger and a little skinnier than the comic counterpart, but they were able to blend, comic book accuracy with a little bit that wasn't as accurate, blended enough that is a beautiful remix, and it's still comfortable enough, if you understand what I mean, for the fans to immediately. Me, the first time I saw Ezekiel, and I wasn't sure he was going to be in the trailer, the first time I saw him, I loved him. He looked just enough like Ezekiel, but he still looked fresh enough to handle as his own, his own thing, his own brand. So I loved it. Now, like I said, with me being a picky fan about Negan's beard, the damage is done, in my opinion. Negan's first appearance is one of the most iconic scenes for Negan. Now, there's a few more, sprinkled between issue 100, which is his first appearance, and issue 156 so far. There's one at issue 100 and one at 156, and there's a few, there's a good amount sprinkled in between, but one of the biggest ones is his introduction, and we're never going to get that, without the beard. And I know it's a little nitpick, but it will always be just a hair unlike the comic, which is the beard. Now, again, some fans are like, man, you got what you wanted. What are you being so picky for? It's not a deal breaker for me. I'm just pointing this obvious thing out. It's nice that we got a clean-shaven Negan right now, and it would be hilarious if, this is somehow us being duped and he does, he doesn't actually shave for the show. Maybe he just shaved for I think that would be hilarious in an ironic way, like us jumping the gun as fans. That would be absolutely great if we were getting trolled. I would have to sit back and laugh about it. But in the meantime, let me know what you think about this beard fiasco. Again, personally, I think the damage is done, but it's nice and refreshing, and I cannot wait. I am super excited. It's like seeing Negan all over again as a comic book fan. And I know it's a little thing, but it's just pleasing the inner comic fan in me, okay? And this channel's about being honest as fans. Am I wrong in that, or what? Did we switch here? Did we change something? I don't know. But let me know what you think. Honest opinions. If you like the beard, let me know. Listen, the beard was growing on me too. Would I rather it off? Fuck yeah. But it was still growing on me. It was fine. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is one charismatic bastard. There's actors on the show that are so charismatic, I actually have to not watch as much as their material. Like, I'll tell you, Norman Reedus, Andrew Lincoln, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan are so charismatic that I need to fall back from their interviews because I'll love them so much and I'll go easier on them when I'm critiquing the show or picking it apart. It's my favorite show. I love coming at it hard. I like being rough with it. I don't know what that says about me, but anyway, let me know what you guys think. Beard, no beard. Well, this put a damper in my my beard t-shirt, Shave the Beard. Oh well, it's a good thing we didn't print them. Anyway, thoughts and opinions in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.
Subscribe now.